What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Well, on the same day that we learned that the Los Angeles Lakers have fired the Bus brothers, excommunicated them from the organization, we learned that Bronny James has once again been demoted to the G League. So I guess he becomes the first son to replace his father in G League history. So I guess that means something. All right. Bronny James really has shown no discernible improvement from his first year. In some ways, you could argue he's regressed. I just don't see it. The stats bear it out. He shoots 29.6% from the field this season, 27.3% from downtown. And that's especially horrible considering that he's usually wide open when he's shooting. Aside from one notable dunk, I guess, and it's pretty much like a league-wide rule not to really foul Bronny too hard. So, he's a bump. It's nothing personal. Uh, it's in many ways not that well. I'll put it like this: I recognize the flex. Like there have been many people. You have many people in the front office in sports, many coaches that have their sons working for them, and you could argue there's other people that are much more. There are other people who are much more qualified to be in those positions outside the sports world. In the business world, nepotism runs rampant. So in this situation, I understand the mindset of it. It's just that you want at least Bronny to show that he's willing to work at it. It just doesn't seem to me to show that he appreciates the opportunity and that he's working hard for it. You just don't get that impression that he's working harder than anybody else or works as hard as anybody else. It's almost like it's a birthright that he's where he's at. Like he's the prince. And it's that's where a lot of the hate comes from. When you got a father that tweets out something to the effect of, I'm watching the league pass, I'm watching these teams on league pass and these players, and my son is better than half of them, or something to that effect that he said once, which was very, very disrespectful to his NBA kindred, NBA kin, as far as the NBA family is concerned. Very disrespectful to say something like that. And this is coming from somebody who's not really a big fan of the NBA talent today. But my goodness, to say that a good portion of the league isn't as talented as your son, come on, man. But Bronny has averaged what? 2 points a game for his career, maybe one assist, maybe a rebound. I don't know. At times, he looks like he's lost out there. And, I don't have hatred in my heart for Bronny. I just feel like if his last name wasn't James and if he wasn't related to who he's related to, he wouldn't be anywhere. I don't think he'd be anywhere in this position. You know what I'm saying? I think that he would be, I don't know, maybe in some, I don't know, some community college somewhere. Look, man, Michael Jordan had two sons, especially Marcus, who, in my opinion, were better basketball players than Bronny. And they at least worked at it. And they never made the NBA because, quite frankly, they weren't good enough to be in the NBA. And Michael Jordan would never denigrate the game and put his own selfish interests ahead of the game. See, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant truly loved the game. LeBron only loves what the game can give him. He only loves what he can get from the game. But as far as what he leaves the game, unless it's cheers of adulation for him and praise for him, anything outside of that realm, he doesn't care. He doesn't really give a shit about any of that stuff. And, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Also, has Bronny, because I don't really follow the preseason, not preseason, excuse me. I don't follow the G League, the South Bay Lakers like that. But has Bronny played any road games yet for them, or are they all home games? Have they all been home games? Because that was one of the criticisms last year, is that Bronny only seemed to be playing in home games for the South Bay Lakers. And also, why does he keep alternating between the G League and the league, right? With these paltry numbers and these atrocious performances. But you're trying to tell me Matt McClung isn't good enough to be in the NBA? It's a lot of guys in the G League right now who I think run circles around Bronny, but they can't get NBA contracts or any sustained NBA contracts because, they don't have the political insight. They don't have the system connections, and it's sad. It really is. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell what you guys think.